Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Terry Stiles. And in this week's local news, a break-in at a local business and a local resident could use your help.
Stay tuned and learn more about these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. An Iron Ridge resident should have set up her camera instead of leaving it in the closet when workers came to her home to clean and repair the furnace. After the workers left, the woman noticed her camera was missing from the closet. She told officers the theft might have happened when she left them in the home and she left for an errand to do.
A local Oxford credit union notified an Oxford Township Sheriff deputy that one of the bank's depositors received a credit union check written out to a mortgage company. The man altered the check and cashed it. Just before the 7th-day clearing date, he withdrew his funds, leaving the account empty. He then sent a bank check to the mortgage company that had no funds in it. The recipient of the check complained to the credit union that the check was insufficient and was altered. The bank investigated and then tried to work out a solution with the man, but after several attempts, the man refused to respond to the bank executive phone calls. A copy of the check was scanned and turned over to the police, and the man's name was also turned over to the police. It's still under investigation.
Oxford Sheriff's deputies responded to a security alarm at a car wash located at South Lapeer Road. Officers found a smashed window where someone was able to enter the building. Once inside the building, police found a door leading to the office with a broken handle. The cash register appears to be untouched and it seemed nothing else was missing. There is an active security camera system inside the building, and officers were able to review positive footage of the suspect. The break-in continues under investigation.
Another case of attempted identity theft. This time, someone attempted to file a request for unemployment using a local Oxford woman's name and social security number. The resident was alerted to the possible scam by Unemployment Services, who notified the woman's employer. The woman's superior then informed her that an attempt to raid her funds was circumvented.
A fashion show benefit. Fashion Has Heart, FHH, is an organization that provides yearly creative clothing workshops, the purpose of which is to connect professional graphic artists with wounded veterans. The nonprofit event is organized by Oxford's Boulevard Boutique. It will take place on Thursday, November 6th at the historic Buell Estate in Addison Oaks County Park, 1480 West Romeo Road. Starts at 5 p.m. Ladies can shop amongst 24 vendors, and dinner is at 6 p.m. Fashion show, 7 p.m., complete with models. A donation of only $30 is required. And for more information and tickets, call 248-408-1096.
Local residents baby Grayson Melanchuk and his parents are in need of our viewers' help. Christ the King Church on Drainer Road is sponsoring a spaghetti dinner fundraiser on Friday, November 14th from 6 to 8. The fundraiser is for baby Grayson in an effort to purchase a ventilator that would assist in his breathing and also assisting in medical expenses. He was born as a premature baby with his little being struggling to survive. He has survived bronchial spasms, multiple bouts with pneumonia, heart surgery, and almost lost a leg due to a severe blood clot. He also has a tracheotomy. Grayson must be on the vent for 24 hours a day, so his mother, Andrea, a teacher at Warren Consolidated Schools, has taken a leave of absence so she can be with her little son. And because of her leave from work, the family must now pay 100% of the insurance premiums plus deductibles. Emotionally and financially, it's been a crushing blow for the family, but Andrea said that she is glad he is still here fighting. Remember the date? It's November 14th, Friday, from 6 to 8:30. The cost for that spaghetti dinner for adults is $10. Seniors pay $8. Children pay $5, and under 2 are free. For tickets, call 248-628-318-9507, and that's 248-318-9507.
A ghoulish good time was had by one and all at the Leonard Elementary PTO annual Trunk or Treat held in school's parking lot. Kids dressed as pumpkins, action personalities, and other characters dashed from car to car, checking out all of the goodies in those trunks. Later, children enjoyed sitting by a roaring campfire and enjoying the taste of apple cider and donuts. Little 2.5-year-old Addison Township resident Carter Aikenbach in this picture seems to be thanking his parents and many volunteers who made this year's Trunk or Treat so much fun. Well, Terry, did that sound like fun, huh?
Oh, that does sound like fun. And now that the the Halloween holiday is over with, we're looking at some pretty heavy-duty shooters coming up. And also we're talking about donations in the news. We had a very special guest in here this week, Catherine Ritter from Red Cross. And we did some PSAs that were pretty compelling to me. Red Cross uses the blood as fast as they can get it in every single day. So I want to remind our viewers that they need
your blood.
Yeah, they need your blood. Even though the Halloween season's over, they need your blood. But we will be posting on our channel what donation sites are in this area that people can donate.
Yeah, I kind of eavesdropped the other day too, and I kind of heard her talk about motorcycle accidents as one of the problems that they have. And you know, the thing that comes to my mind is kind of a pet peeve in a way is people that ride motorcycles at those high speeds and they don't wear helmets, and it's legal for them not to wear them, but boy, you'd think from a dangerous standpoint, you know, one would want to do that just as protection of safety to themselves and for their family too, you know.
Oh my goodness, yes. As a mother of 2 boys that ride motorcycles, one with and one without a helmet, I'm glad the season's over. But there are still accidents and sicknesses, as Catherine said, through the holiday. There's sicknesses that people require blood. So keep a lookout on our channel for the PSAs that give you the information as to where these donation centers are going to be throughout the month of November and December. And I guess I'll sign up to give blood too.
Definitely a good cause.
That's it for Oxford News this week. If you'd like to learn more about these stories and others, stop by your local store and pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper or watch us on OCTV.
And coming up on OCTV, Oxford Local Sports with Andy Curtis, Oxford School News with John Ochins, and join us with Auto Talk and Science in the News with Dave Kenny.
I'm Terry Stiles, and this is Oxford News This Week, where your news is closer to home.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Remember, always be kind to your friends and neighbors, and thanks for watching.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication Automotive News. In our first story, Tesla motor car owners in Shanghai can register their electric vehicles for free after the city exempted them from, get this, paying $12,000 for a license plate. Over 400 Tesla owners in Shanghai have received the free plates as part of the city's efforts to promote the adoption of new energy vehicles, according to Ma Jing, a vice director of the municipal government's Economy and Information Commission. Tesla owners also get free license plates in Hangzhou, and the automaker is in contact with other cities to get exemptions, says Richard Len, a Beijing-based company official. An increasing number of cities in China are restricting the number of new vehicles through lotteries or auctions to contain worsening pollution and traffic congestion. At the same time, the central government is promoting the use of electric vehicles to cut down on emissions and reduce the country's reliance on fuel imports. The license plate exemptions make it easier for Tesla to expand sales in a luxury market that McKinsey & Company predicts will overtake the U.S. as the largest in the world by 2016. Tesla started deliveries of its Model S sedans in China in April. And at General Motors, according to General Motors, the next generation Chevrolet Volt plug-in hybrid will be quicker off the line, quieter, and go further on electric mode than its predecessor. GM will disclose the range and estimated EPA fuel rating when it unveils the 2016 Volt at the Detroit Auto Show in January. The new drive unit is about 100 pounds lighter and will provide 20% better acceleration at low speeds by having both electric motors deliver power to the wheels rather than one. That setup allows the motors to trade off the workload in both EV and gasoline modes, which engineers say will increase efficiency and produce better acceleration and a smoother ride. Volt customers love this liquid feel, the acceleration. Larry Nitz, the executive director of GM Powertrain's electrification engineering team, said they want more of that. GM is moving production of the car's drive unit to a transmission plant in suburban Detroit from Mexico. GM also said it will use a 1.5-liter four-cylinder engine as the car's range extender, replacing a 1.4-liter engine on the current Volt. The engine is part of a new, more fuel-efficient family of small engines ranging from 1 to 1.5 liters that will be used in GM vehicles globally. NHTSA said the new engine will be 5 to 12% more efficient than the current 1.4-liter, which is rated at 37 miles per gallon in combined city and highway driving. The new 1.5-liter engine will be built at GM's engine plant in Flint, and the battery cells are supplied by LG Chem in Holland, Michigan. GM makes the lithium-ion battery pack for the current Volt at a facility near Detroit and will continue to build the Volt and sibling Cadillac ELR at its Detroit Hamtramck assembly plant. The electric motors for the cars will be supplied by Hitachi. The current electric drive unit allows the car to drive solely on electric power for about 38 miles until the battery charge runs low, when the gasoline engine kicks on to power a motor generator which provides electricity to the traction motor. In the redesigned car, each motor will serve as a generator and supply power to the wheels, boosting efficiency and acceleration. The next-gen Volt's battery pack is almost entirely redesigned. GM made the battery cells larger and increased their storage capacity by 20%, but reduced the total number of cells from 192 to 192, that is, from 288. Overall, the battery pack will store more power than the current one. And on the recall front, Chrysler Group has announced 2 recalls that affect more than 566,000 vehicles. Chrysler is recalling over 31,800 Ram trucks equipped with 6.7-liter Cummins diesel engines globally to upgrade wiring harness terminals and replace their fuel heater housing if needed. Separately, Chrysler is recalling over 184,000 2014 Dodge Durango and Jeep Grand Cherokees to update the vehicle's electronic stability control software. A debris covering protecting certain circuit boards may inadvertently disrupt a communication line and disable ESC, Chrysler said. The software upgrade restores proper communication and preserved ESC function. And at Ford Motor Company said it will conduct a regional recall of over 204,000 Ford Edge and Lincoln MKX crossover vehicles to correct an issue that could cause a fire. According to Ford, the 2007 to 2008 models have fuel tank reinforcement brackets that could become corroded, which in turn could result in a fuel leak and a possible fire. The vehicles have been recalled in 22 U.S. states, most of them in Northeast and Upper Midwest, and 6 Canadian provinces from Ontario to Nova Scotia. Wow. Well, that's all for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and as always, may the wind be at your back as you cruise down life's highways. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television, and we'll be right back.
Watching Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
I'm John Ochins, and welcome to the Oxford Wildcats School Update. This was Concert Week at the Oxford Fine Arts Center, the Fall Harvest Concert for the middle school and high school orchestras. Bill Milicevic and Natty Benjamin are the directors. We caught up with them after the orchestra concert. We asked Natty about the elementary school program.
I teach the 4th and 5th grade beginning orchestra. These are students who have a very, almost no experience to very, very minimal experience of playing a string instrument. And we've started that program, it was been there from the beginning, from 7 years ago. And every year it includes all 4 elementary schools in the district, from Lakeville, Leonard, and Oxford Elementary and Clear Lake. And they all meet at Lakeville Elementary in the morning. It's before school starts, and it's 5 days a week, which is very, very rare to find a 5-day a week elementary orchestra program. It's very special to have that. Before school starts, where parents drop them off in the morning, and then shuttles take the students back to their schools, and they continue with their day.
I was going to ask how that worked. The parents drop them all off at Clear
Yes.
Lake.
At Lakeville.
At Lakeville, rather.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, they're bused to their respective schools?
Exactly, yes. And what's great about this program right now is that it's also morphing to, we have a 2nd-year elementary orchestra program that's 5th graders who've played, also students who might also join in the Suzuki violin program that also starts from kindergarten. And those students are with with Mr. Milicevic, and he teaches that second year elementary orchestra, kind of like more of an advanced elementary orchestra.
Ethan Madison is a member of the 8th grade orchestra and plays a unique instrument. We asked him to explain.
I am holding an electric double bass. It is a lot like the standard double bass. During the concert you saw we were holding big, fat wooden instruments. This is made to be lighter and, of course, to react to play with the electricity.
Now, can you do anything with this that you can't do with a regular double bass?
No, I think that you can do everything on this that you can do on a double bass.
Can you play in a rock band with that?
Probably.
How long have you had that?
Mr. B just introduced it to me, I believe, 2 years ago.
So you've had it a while.
Yeah.
Did you play a regular double bass before?
Yes.
So how do you like this compared to that?
I'm used to playing the regular double bass. It's lighter, so
Do you like it better?
I like them both the same. They both have their pros and their cons.
It's probably a little easier to carry around.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. Last week we talked about the Mini-Mite competition that Auto Tech teacher Dan Bosley put on over at the high school. Dan was kind enough to send us a photo of the winners, so we thought we'd have a look. You can see teacher Dan Bosley, first place winner Ricky Johnson, second place winner Jake Meixel, and third place winner Nate Beltramo. As you'll recall, this contest was to prep the kids for the actual Mites and AAA Ford competitions that come up later in the year. Some real scholarship money is at stake then. If you wandered through the lobby of the Fine Arts Center, you may have noticed some bronze sculptures on display along the outer wall. These are the works of local sculptor Kirk Rhoda of Oxford. Kirk has 3 kids over at Lakeville Elementary. One of their teachers noticed Kirk's talent. One thing led to another, and he was invited to put on this display. Kirk has a master's degree in fine art from Eastern Michigan University. He taught sculpting, drawing, and design at various universities and colleges. He is currently a sculptor at the General Motors Design Center. You can see more of his work on his website, www.fineartsculptor. That's the Oxford Wildcat School News for this week. Dave Kenny is up next with Science in the News, and then Andy Curtis with Wildcat Sports. This is Oxford Community Television, keeping it local.
Hello, Wildcat fans. I'm Andy Curtis, and this is once again your Oxford Sports Update. So another rough day on the gridiron for the Wildcat varsity football program as they lost another tough one to Oak Park on Friday, 49-14. Glacier Washington ended up going 6 for 11 passing, 117 yards, with 1 touchdown to Dallas Pruitt and 2 interceptions. But Scott Stubenrosch got the Cats' second and final touchdown, scoring on a 21-yard run in the first quarter, finishing the day with an impressive 59 yards on 15 carries. Now, when asked about the game, Coach Rowley simply said it just wasn't our night, and I'd have to agree with him. Now, the boys finished the regular season 6-3 and will get into the playoffs starting this Friday night with a shot at a rematch with Clarkston. Now, speaking of the Wolves, Clarkston ended the Wildcat boys varsity soccer dream season last Wednesday, beating Oxford 1-0 in the regional semifinals. Now, the guys finished the season with a very, very impressive 18-2-2 record, only being 1 win away from tying the school record for wins and winning their first district title since 2008 by going undefeated in the OAA Blue Division. Again, congratulations to the boys soccer team, and thank you to the Oakland Press's Liz Carnegie and Dave Pemberton for pictures from the games. Now, moving over to college football, on Saturday was a big day here in the Great Lakes State as our Michigan State Spartans and U of M clashed at Spartan Stadium in East Lansing. And like the previous 6 of the 7 years, the Spartans left the game as a top-rated program in the state, routing the Wolverines 35-11. Now, the Spartans outrushed Michigan 219-265 yards, 446-186 total yards, but allowed U of M to score their first touchdown in 3 years of the rivalry game. Now, the biggest thing to come from the game Saturday, though, was U of M linebacker Joe Bolden planting a stake in the field at Spartan Stadium as the Wolverines rushed from the tunnel before kickoff. This act, which was surprisingly not seen by U of M head coach Brady Hoke, who has not missed a stake since '94, was seen by MSU head coach Mark D'Antonio and the rest of the Spartans, which caused Coach D to call for the 48-yard drive on the final 5 seconds for a touchdown instead of taking a knee and running down the clock. Now, Coke and Chili Presents U of M head coach Brady Hoke has since then issued an apology for the stake, but not his team's play on the field. Now, let's jump over to the pros, and how about them Lions? The Cardiac Cats really made things interesting Sunday, playing the Atlanta Falcons over in jolly old England on a nationally televised game. And after trailing 21-0 at halftime, the Lions' best-rated defense held the Falcons to just 80 yards in the last 30 minutes. And on the game-winning drive, Stafford hit Tate for a 32-yard pass, then a 20-yard pass over to Theo Riddick, then a 10-yard pass to Jeremy Ross to put the Lions in field goal range. And now, here, if you didn't watch, is where it starts to get really, really good. With the Lions trailing by only 2, it fell on new kicker Matt Prater to win the game. And after all the kicking problems the Leos have had this season, why not? Why not lay it all on the kicker? So, with seconds left, Prater boots the ball wide right. But what? There's a flag thrown down. Delay of game on the Lions, giving Prater a second chance to make a 48-yard field goal, which he did this time, giving the Lions the win and putting them solely atop the NFC North with a record of 6-2. Now, for your sports vocab word of the day. Get ready, it's a good one. Turf toe. Now, turf toe is a term used to describe the sprain of ligaments around the big toe joint. Now, this is usually caused by the toe repeatedly jamming into the shoe by constant running and jumping. Now, again, I'm Andy Curtis. Remember, you can catch all of our broadcasts of your favorite Oxford High School sports games between 1 and 6 right here on OCTV, or check us out online under the programs section of OCCTV.org. And now, of course, make sure you follow us on Twitter at OCTV Sports, all one word. There you can follow us as we broadcast from your favorite Oxford High School sports. And remember, this is your community station, so please shoot me any sports ideas you've got at andrewcurtis23@gmail.com and put OCTV Sports in the subject line. Now, that was all the sports news you need to know. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
You're watching Oxford Community Television, serving Addison and Oxford Townships, keeping it local.
Welcome to still another segment of the news we call your weekly calendar of events, where we feature your weekly calendar of local Oxford and Addison community events, including charity special fundraisers and general community information. Now, if you or your organization would like help to get your message out to the public, contact us for detailed information at our studio phone number at 248-628-9658, or you can go to our website at OCCTV.org. Tuesdays, October through December 2nd at 10:30 a.m. It's toddler time at the Oxford Public Library. Bring your child 24 months to 35 months along with your adult lap and enjoy stories, songs, rhymes, and activities with your toddler. So, if you can enjoy this very special time dedicated only to your toddler, please make other arrangements for other siblings. For more information, call 248-628-3034. Need alterations or repairs on your clothing? Call the Sisters of Mount Tabor in Ortonville. The sisters can take care of your every sewing need and at a very fair price. For more information, call 248-627-4355. The sisters spend a large portion of their day in prayer, so if no one answers, then please leave a message and the good sisters will return your call. Thursday, November 6th, come to the Women's Fashion Show to be held at Buell Estate in Addison Oaks County Park on 1480 Romeo Road. The whole program starts at 5 p.m. with 24 local vendors who will show you the latest and best in women's apparel. Dinner will begin at 6 p.m. and the fashion show, complete with models, starts at 7 p.m. Cost for the event is $30, and for more information, call 248-408-1096. That number again is 248-408-1096. Don't miss the Spaghetti Dinner fundraiser Friday, November 14th, 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., sponsored by Christ the King Church, 1550 West Drainer Road in Oxford Township. Funds will be generated to benefit the Melanchuk family, then to assist them with medical expenses for their baby Grayson. Tickets can be purchased by calling 248-318-9507. Adults, only $10. Seniors are $8. Children, $5. And ages 2 and under, well, they're free. If you represent an organization wishing to show your support for our local Oxford school sports, music, concerts, or any of the many programs broadcast by our TV station, you could become a sponsor or an underwriter on OCTV. A promotional television spot would be created and recognition would be given to you by the sports announcers during the event. It's easy and it's inexpensive. For more information, contact our TV station manager, Bill Service, at 248-628-9658, or you can send a message of interest to Bill's email address. That is manager@occtv.org. Now, we at Oxford Community TV would like our television viewing public to learn more about your club or organization's special upcoming event or charity. So if you would like to get your special event mentioned on our television show, call us at 248-628-9658 or go to our website at occtv.org. Just one final reminder, you can locate our OCTV program schedule by going to our website, occtv.org, and clicking on Schedule. There you will find a list of OCTV broadcast programs, dates, and times. And one program I do recommend is Bill's Service, who always has interesting local stories and interviews on our Community Access program. Check it out. This is Oxford Community Television, OCTV. I'm your host, Elgin Nichols. We invite you to join us again for the next segment of your weekly calendar of events.
There is a place where the air is pure and water runs sparkling clean. There is a place surrounded by vast meadows and rolling hills. That place is the jewel of Oakland County. It's called Oxford, Michigan. If your dream or vision is for a safe, secure, and better life for you and your family, this is your invitation to come see for yourself the wonderful experience that could be yours. It's true that many lakes, nature trails, fishing, and over 500 acres of parks attract lots of people to Oxford. But there's much, much more. Quaint little shops, small pubs, and many unique fine restaurants. Near the center of town is a white church with a steeple, and a park where a live band can be heard playing from the gazebo on hot summer nights. You are easily transported into a more relaxed and unhurried time. The warmth and pride of its hard-working residents truly sets it apart from other communities. Oxford School Board has worked with parents to provide their children with the finest education possible. The result? A modern global school system with the first world-renowned international high school program. The 5th Core World Language and Culture program, and 11 premier sister schools expanding the globe from China to Mexico. Oxford residents are safe and secure in knowing they have one of the most modern police and EMT forces in Oakland County. If your vision is to start or expand a new business venture in a fiscally responsible environment, Oxford, Michigan welcomes you with open arms. We are one of the few Oakland County communities to offer the unique one-stop program, where Oxford officials make it easy for developers and builders to complete their projects from start to finish. The one-stop process cuts through financial and legal red tape frustration that usually faces entrepreneurs as they try to get their project off the ground. If your dream is for a new business venture or a better life for you and your family, there is a place called Oxford, Michigan.